At the beginning of the story, we see a disturbing scene. A girl named Miok is hanging herself in the middle of her classroom. Around her, 4 other students are standing silently, just watching. None of them even try to stop her. Miok slowly takes her last breath and dies. Moments later, another girl named Yoora, Miok's best friend, rushes into the classroom in panic. She desperately tries to save Miok, but it's already too late. Miok is gone. Yoora breaks down in tears. Then something terrifying happens. Miok's ghostly spirit appears right in front of Yoora and says in a chilling voice, "You should have saved me." Yoora screams and suddenly wakes up. It was a nightmare, but not just a dream. It was a reflection of her real past. 10 years ago, her best friend Miok had actually taken her own life in the same way. Since that day, Yoora has never been able to forget her. Every night she dreams of that horrifying moment, as if Miok's spirit is still trying to tell her something. Haunted by these memories, Yoora finally decides to reconnect with her old high school friends, the same people who were in the classroom that day. She messages them and plans to meet that evening. Later that night, Yoora meets her old friends, the same 4 who had once stood silently as Miok died. Among them are 2 boys, including one named Jinte, and 2 girls, one of whom is Jinte's close friend. While everyone is chatting, Yoora quietly pulls Jinte aside. She asks him softly, "Do you remember Miok?" Jinte pauses for a moment, looking uncomfortable, then replies coldly, "No, I don't remember anyone named Miok." Yoora tries to remind him, "She was in our class. You knew her." But Jinte insists, "I told you already. I don't remember any Miok." Yoora feels hurt. Before she can continue, she suddenly feels dizzy, as if something inside her is twisting. She runs to the bathroom to throw up, but inside the bathroom she sees something terrifying. Miok's ghostly reflection staring back at her through the mirror. Yoora screams and faints on the spot. When she loses consciousness, she has a vision, a memory from her childhood. In that memory, she sees herself and Miok, happy and innocent as best friends. Miok gives Yoora a small bracelet as a token of their friendship. Yoora then wakes up and finds herself sitting inside a car. Her friends are around her. They say she fainted and they're taking her on a long drive to help her relax. Everyone laughs and tries to act normal. After a while, most of them fall asleep except for Yoora and her friend who's driving. He looks at her and asks, "Are you feeling okay now?" Yoora stays silent, staring blankly ahead. When the driver glances at her again, he sees something horrifying. There's a spirit sitting beside him, not Yoora but Miok's ghost. He screams in terror. The scene cuts, and now we see all of them waking up inside a classroom. It's the same classroom from Yura's nightmare. Everyone is confused. How did we get here? Their phones are missing. The windows are locked. It's as if they've been teleported back to their high school. Yoora looks around carefully and whispers, This is my old school." Everyone realizes she's right. The walls, the desks, everything looks exactly the same as 10 years ago. One of their friends has a leg injury and can't walk properly. They're scared and disoriented, trying to understand what's going on. Then we see a flashback from their high school days. Back then, Yoora wasn't part of this group. She was lonely and desperately wanted to join them. But Jinte's friend used to bully her. Miok once told Yoora, "You don't need to be like them. Tell the teacher what's happening. Don't become someone who hurts others just to fit in." But Yoora didn't listen. She wanted to be accepted. She ignored Miok's advice, and that decision would soon destroy everything. Back in the present, Yoora suddenly disappears from the classroom. Her friends panic and start searching for her. Jintai's friend leaves the room and sees Yoora standing in the hallway, but Yura's eyes are completely white. Terrified, she runs back screaming. Yura's friend decides they must find her before something bad happens. He tells Jintai's friend and another boy to come with him. They reluctantly agree and start searching. After some time, Jintai's friend says she needs to use the restroom. She goes inside while the others wait. Inside the bathroom, she sees Yoora hiding in one of the stalls. But suddenly, Jintai's friend feels a sharp pain in her ear. She screams and clutches her head. We're then shown another flashback. In high school, Jintai's friend once slapped Miok so hard that her ear started bleeding. Miok couldn't hear properly after that. She had done it out of jealousy. She thought Miok had secretly talked to her boyfriend. When Miok denied it, Jintai's friend turned to Yoora and shouted, "Did she talk to him?" Terrified and desperate to stay in the group, Yoora lied and said yes. That lie sealed Miok's fate. Because of Yura's betrayal, Miok was beaten and humiliated. Back in the present, Miok's spirit now stands next to Jintai's friend, whispering into her ear. The girl can't hear anything except intense ringing and pain. Suddenly, a screwdriver appears in front of her. Miok's spirit whispers, "Put it in your ear." Screaming in agony, the girl obeys. She stabs her ear with the screwdriver. Blood splatters everywhere. She collapses and dies in pain. Just then, Yoora and her friend arrive, and they see the body lying in front of them. They're horrified. Then, they spot Miok's ghost watching them silently. Panicked, Yura's friend grabs her hand and runs away. It's clear now, Miok's ghost is taking revenge on everyone who wronged her. Next, Yura's friend takes her to an old science lab. Inside, there's a jar with a frog. Another flashback begins. Back in high school, this same boy once forced Yoora to eat a frog during a cruel experiment. He treated her horribly, laughing as she cried. Now, his karma has come back. In the present, hundreds of frogs suddenly start crawling out of his mouth. They burst through his skin, moving inside his body. In unbearable pain, he grabs a surgical knife and cuts open his stomach to free them. He screams until his voice fades and dies a horrific death. Now only Yoora, Jintae, and one other friend remain. That friend, scared and confused, walks through the hallway calling everyone's names. But then he sees Miok's ghost standing inside a classroom. He turns and runs, but slips and falls, injuring himself badly. Miok's spirit slowly drags him into the darkness. His screams echo, and then silence. To understand why Miok is doing this, we see another flashback. This one shows the most painful betrayal of all. Youra's male friend, the one who just died, had an evil intention toward Miok. He was obsessed with her. Knowing Miok trusted Yoora, he used her to lure Miok into a trap. Yoora told Miok, "I lost the bracelet you gave me. I think it's in the gym." Miok, being a kind friend, went with her to find it. When they reached the gym, the boy was already waiting there. He signaled Yoora to leave, and she did. She left her best friend behind, unknowingly allowing him to hurt Miok. That night destroyed Miok's life and her will to live. Back in the present, Yoora cries and says to Miok's spirit, "Please stop, you've taken revenge on everyone." Miok replies coldly, "Not everyone, there's still one left." At that moment, Jintae appears. He's terrified after seeing their dead friends. He sits beside Yoora trying to comfort her. Yoora, still trembling, says, "I've been hearing Miok's voice. She talks about all of us." Jintae asks, "What did she say about me?" Yoora suddenly sees a vision, a memory of Miok and Jintae from the past. After Miok was assaulted, she was broken inside. Jintae was the one who comforted her. They became close, maybe even developed feelings for each other. One day, Miok asked Jintae, "What are you drawing these days?" Jintae smiled and said, "You'll see when the time is right." He said he left his phone in the art room, so they both went there. But Jintae excused himself to the bathroom, leaving Miok alone. While waiting, Miok noticed a covered painting. Curious, she lifted the cloth and froze. It was a disturbing drawing, a painting of her being harassed by Youra's friend. That's when she realized Jintae wasn't a good person either. He had known everything that happened to her, but never helped. In fact, he was there outside the gym that night and did nothing. Miok tore up his painting in anger. When Jintae returned and saw it destroyed, he smiled, a twisted, evil smile. Now in the present, Miok's spirit possesses Yoora. Yoora suddenly grabs a sharp object and repeatedly stabs Jintae again and again until he dies in agony. After Jintae's death, Yoora walks up to the school rooftop. There, she sees the old bracelet Miok once gave her lying near the edge. Miok's ghost appears behind her. Yoora turns around, crying, and says, "I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for everything." But Miok's spirit doesn't forgive her. Instead, she lunges forward, grabs Yoora by the neck, and starts choking her. Now Yoora is the last one left, the final person responsible for Miok's pain. Miok believes only by killing her can her restless soul finally be free. As she tightens her grip, Yoora struggles, gasping for air, her eyes filled with regret. And with that, the story ends. The haunting truth is revealed. Miok didn't die because she was weak. She died because of betrayal, cruelty, and silence. And now, one by one, she made them all face the pain they once ignored.